Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram.
Devotees, please accept my respectful obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Right now, I'm at Iskcon New Goloka, and I'm very fortunate to meet our youngest godbrother of BKG family, that is Advaita Chandra. Hari Bol to Advaita Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, can you please share with you your journey at Iskcon New Goloka?
It's been really nice growing up in this environment that Gurudev has created, and various of my Shiksha Gurus here, like Aditya Narayan Prabhu, Ratna Radhika Mataji, Lila Shakti Mataji, they have created this wonderful environment, and I got to be here at BKG Academy, the Gurukula, since I was 5. And I've been here from kindergarten to 12th grade. I remember it's so nice because all my childhood memories, they're associated with these temple grounds. Whatever it may be mischief, may it be fun times, may it be sad times, everything was associated with temple property. So this Krishna consciousness became very close to my heart, as that Krishna consciousness is very close to the child in me as well. So it's been really nice growing up here. I've also had many like-minded youth friends, many of whom are my god siblings, and this congregation is also so sweet. They have a very, very sweet congregation. And I've heard that from so many other visiting devotees and things like that, that our temple is very welcoming.
Yes.
And it's so nice to be part of this congregation and be under the blessings of the Vaishnavas here. So this place, these temple grounds are very, very cool.
Hare Krishna Advaita Prabhu. So would you like to share quickly maybe some of your experiences and pastimes here at your Gurukul at New Goloka?
Yes, for sure, Prabhu. This Gurukula is very nice. As Gurudev, many times he would just pop in, and including when we were in COVID time, we couldn't come together for a Gurukula, so we would have online school, and Gurudev would also randomly come into those Zoom meetings. And since this school, this community is based so much, its functions under the guidance of Gurudev, I got a lot of his association. Like when he comes for his lectures, I got to hear from him a lot. And in his lectures, he would always either sometimes give me his garland, sometimes pat me on the head. I have so many very sweet experiences with my Guru Maharaj, and he would ask me sometimes in a lecture to complete a verse. And whatever I'd learned in Gurukula, he'd test randomly. He'd ask me impromptu questions that, what do all the angles in a triangle sum up to? What degree? And I thought for a bit, I said 180. So many such wonderful experiences, academically, spiritually, so sweet. And when it came time that one of my friends, he took initiation, that really had me thinking that I should also take, but I was not sure from whom to take, right? And there were so many Shiksha Gurus who were so dear to me that all of them, they were going through my mind that who should I take from? But then eventually I remembered I couldn't forget the loving relationship I've always had with Guru Maharaj, and how he's essentially raised me in Krishna consciousness, and how that connection, it's already there. And I felt that initiation is the right way for me to actually be serious in spiritual life, because that is what matters. All my academics, everything that's related to this material consciousness that takes me near to this material world, going in the rat race of the material world, that's all temporary. Just in this life, it'll go eventually. But the main thing is to start that relationship with Guru, relationship with Krishna. That is what will take me closer. So hence I thought that I should take initiation. So I told Gurudev I was aspiring, but before, I thought it would take me maybe 1 or 2 years. But Gurudev, 2 months later, he asked that if I wanted to take initiation in 2 months. I said, no, I'm not ready. He asked me again just a few months later, and I felt I couldn't say no to my Guru Maharaj. So, by his mercy, he dragged me into the shelter of Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So I guess my next question is, you were talking about initiation, aspiring Gurudev. But let me ask you a question. Chanting 16 rounds. How and what made you to do your round so sincerely at that very young and tender age?
one thing I'll tell you for sure is that when I first chanting, and even now, it's not up to any standards, but that time especially, I was just chanting because everybody around me were chanting. But that's very good in the sense that I had a very good association, a very good congregation. And I'm also noticing that as the congregation is, as the parents are, I am very fortunate to have very nice parents. And because they were chanting 16 rounds, and then my friend from Gurukula, he also started chanting 16. Many other, some few other youth, and all the devotees here were so sincere. And I felt that by Krishna's mercy, he had gifted me with some inclination to Krishna consciousness because of the association with devotees. So I thought I should chant 16 rounds. Of course, there were the typical counter beats. I need to pull one after another, but just somehow get those done. And that's why I felt I was not ready for initiation. I was chanting my 16 rounds, chanting the Maha Mantra. In terms of dedication, inspiration, it was the case that I was doing it very much for the sake of doing it. But my main purpose was that I did have some understanding that Krishna consciousness was the way to go, that can't really escape. So I was adamant. My mom was saying that if 16 rounds is not good quality, go less. But of course, that time, I was 9 or 10, so that mindset is there, that quantity, I want to do 16. And then when I was fixed with 16, my mind was very fickle, but I somehow or other tried to keep it. How I did it, I don't know. Some days I had a bad habit of letting them spill over to the next day. I'd feel very bad whenever that happened. So I'd finish those rounds, I'd chant more. That make sure that I wouldn't let that happen. I felt always very bad when I let them spill over. That, okay, I have a fickle mind, but it shouldn't be this fickle, right? And and then Gurudev himself says that he chanted 16 every single day, never let them spill over. So that especially 2-3 years ago I heard. That was a little bit after my initiation, but it still always hit close that I should chant my 16 rounds, and the dedication of the Vaishnavas around me really inspired me to chant 16 rounds. And when I asked Gurudev for initiation, as I said, he immediately wanted to give it. And I said, no, I'm not ready. But he pushed me into it. He pushed me into first. And I was only 10, very immature. And then after that, at the age of, just a year later, Gurudev, he asked that if I want to take second. He asked the godbrother, same godbrother who got initiated and had me thinking about initiation. He asked me, him to, because he was getting second. So he asked him to ask me that Gurudev is instructing you to take second. He wants you to take second. Instructing wasn't there. He asked you. Yeah, he was thinking that you should take second. I said, no. I wasn't ready for first. I don't think I'll be ready for second. But eventually, long story short, he convinced me. This godbrother. And then again, Gurudev pushed me. I emailed Gurudev. And Gurudev was saying that no, you should take second. So just a year after that, I got second also, by Gurudev's mercy. He pulled me under the shelter. He said, no more Maya for you.
Wow. Hare Krishna devotees, you know how inspiring to hear from our youngest godbrother of BKG family, Advaita Chandra. So he got initiated at the age of 10 and he got Brahman initiated at the age of 11, and he's inspiring so many youth and so many people all across the world. So with that, thank you so much, Prabhu. Dandat pranams to you and a big Hari Bol to you. And I'm sure that whoever watches this will definitely be inspired. So Hari Bol to our wonderful and youngest BKG family godbrother, that is Advaita Chandra. Hare Krishna.
I hope you please pray for me and bless me that I may go forward without getting any pride, no pratishtha. It's going to be very bad for my spiritual life. Please pray that I remain humble. And I've been very fortunate, and I'm glad to receive this fortune and be a object of so much mercy from the Vaishnavas around me, from my Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.